Hi friends, so here I am back with another lecture of Study with me. So today we have Essay 230 Audit Documentation. This is chapter number 6 from the Institute's study material. So before we move on, please like this video, share if you like it, and please subscribe for more videos. Definition. What is an audit documentation? So to remember audit documentation, we have to keep in mind 3 points: record, relevant, conclusion, that is RRC. This is RRC. R for record of audit procedures performed. Next R is relevant audit evidence is obtained. C is conclusions auditor has reached. So we can learn this with the actual flow. So if we practically think, we have to document what we audited. So what should we document first? The audit procedures that were performed. We have to note down what all procedures we performed. As a result of the audit procedures that were performed, the relevant audit evidences that were obtained. So, why are we performing audit procedures? To obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidences. So, relevant audit evidences that were obtained is the next R. And finally, what does the auditor do? Conclusions the auditor has reached. So the definition of audit documentation is RRC, that is record of audit procedures performed, relevance of audit evidence obtained, and conclusions the auditor has reached. So mnemonics for the same is RRC, record, relevant, conclusion. Objective of the auditor. So the auditor has the following objectives under Essay 230. That is, he has to obtain sufficient and appropriate record on the basis of audit. I'm sorry, that was a technical glitch. Okay. So objectives of the auditor under Essay 230 is to prepare documentation that provides sufficient and appropriate record of the basis of the auditor's report. And the next objective is the evidence that the audit was planned and performed in accordance with essays. So the auditor has to prepare a document that provides sufficient and appropriate audit evidence for the audit report that he is going to issue, and also he has to keep an evidence that the audit procedures were performed as per the standards on auditing. Now we'll move on to an important area, that is purpose or importance of audit documentation. So why are we preparing audit documentation? What is its purpose? So we can learn it with a flow. Okay. So first one is, we retain record of matters of continuing significance to future audits. We performed an audit. We performed audit procedures, as a result of which we obtained few evidences, on the basis of which we arrived at a conclusion. So the audit evidences that we received has to be retained for future audits. If we have to refer to it, we must have it documented. So retain records for future audits. Why are we retaining the records? to oh no we'll write it again. Purpose number 1, retain records for future audits by retaining the records will enable conduct of quality control review under SQC1. If there is a quality control review, or like we say the peer reviews, if we don't have the audit documentation for the audits we have performed, we won't be able to like move forward. So why are we retaining it again? It also enables conduct of external inspections with applicable legal, regulatory and other requirements. So we'll break it and learn. So what is the purpose of audit documentation? The purpose of audit documentation is 1, retaining a record of audit evidences or retaining a record of matters of continuing significance to future audits. Retaining a record of matters of continuing significance to future audits. Second, why are we retaining? 2 points. Enabling conduct of quality control review under SQC1. Second, enabling conduct of external inspection in accordance with applicable legal and regulatory framework. The peer review thing, we can take the example here. It's a regulatory framework. So audit documentation helps in peer review of CA firms and the prior enabling conduct of QC reviews. The quality control reviewer, if appointed, has to check the audit documentations to arrive at conclusions. So purpose of audit documentation, first 3 points are retain, why retain, 2 enables. Now next, now after enabling this, what's next? Now it comes to assists. Engagement team to plan and perform the audit. Fifth one is assists direction and supervision and to review. So first 3 points were retain, why, to enable. Now The next 3 points are: it helps in assisting. It helps in assisting the engagement team to plan and perform the audit. Fifth point, it helps in assisting members of the engagement team to direct and supervise the audit work and to discharge their review responsibilities. That is, while starting an audit, the engagement team has to plan for the audit and document the same. Else, if we do an audit without any written documentation or checklists, it may go haphazard. So, audit documentation helps an engagement team to plan and perform the audit. Now, next, it helps the engagement team members to direct and supervise the work and to discharge their review responsibilities. That is, while if in an audit a senior and a junior is there, the junior has to document everything that he or she is doing, and then the senior will check according to this documentations that the junior has prepared and review the work to finalize the audit. So now the last point is it enables engagement team to be accountable for its work. So we actually have 3 enables, but keeping this flow will be right. So what is the purpose of audit documentation? Retain, enable, assist, enable. So what to retain? Retain a record of matters of continuing significance for future audits. Retain records of matters of continuing significance to future audits. Second, enable the conduct of quality control review as per SQC1. Third point, enable conduct of external inspection under legal and regulatory framework. 4. Assist engagement team to plan and perform the audit. 5th, assist direction and supervision and to discharge review responsibilities. 6th, enable engagement team to be accountable for its work. So that was part 1 of SA 230. Thank you for listening. I'll come with part 2 shortly.